Narito na naman ang mainit na balita mula sa mundo ng politika. Isang matinding balita ang yumanig sa mundo ng politika ngayong araw. Inilabas ng Korte Suprema ang isang arrest order laban kay House Speaker Martin Tambalos Romualdez matapos ang di umano'y malakas na ebidensyang isinumite ni Vice Presidente Sara Duterte. Ang nasabing mga dokumento ay sinasabing kaugnay sa mga irregularidad sa paggamit ng pondo ng pamahalaan. Ayon sa Supreme Court resolution na inilabas ngayong umaga, sapat umano ang bigat ng ebidensyang hawak ng Office of the Vice President upang maglabas ng warrant of arrest. Hindi na pa detalyado ang lahat ng impormasyon, ngunit kinumpirma ng isang source sa loob ng hudikatura na kabilang sa mga dokumento ang mga bank transaction records at mga lihim na memorandum na nag-uugnay kay Romualdez sa mga posibleng katiwalian. Sa isang maikling pahayag, itinanggi ng kampo ni Romualdez ang mga akusasyon at tinawag itong isang politically motivated move. Iginit nilang handa silang harapin ng korte at patunayan ang kanilang panig. Samantala, tumanggi pa munang magbigay ng opisyal na pahayag si VP Sara, ngunit ayon sa kanyang tagapagsalita, truth will prevail. Habang patuloy ang investigasyon at inaasahan ng posibleng pagharap ni Romualdez sa korte sa mga susunod na araw, lalong umiinit ang politika sa bansa. Ang katanungan ng marami, may mas malalim pa bang labanang politikal sa likod ng lahat ng ito? At yan nga ang mga balitang ating pagkakatutukan, at kung bago ka pa lamang sa aking channel ay huwag kakalimutang mag-like, share and subscribe para updated ka sa mga bagong balita dito sa TATAK PINAS.
Maraming salamat to. Mega love shoutout. Maraming salamat to sa pag-support sa PCP. Unahin na muna natin itong si Attorney Harold Respicio at punta ko tayo dito sa mga prosecutor itong si Tamba. Game, Attorney Harold, baratan mo
Itong
yan.
taong ito na makapangyarihan sa COMELEC, tinanong niya yung tumatakbong congressman, ilan ba ang botante nyo sa inyong distrito? Sabi, 300,000. At sabi niya, kailangan mo ng 300 million dyan. Meron kaming isasampa bukas. Malaking pasabog ito bukas sa Supreme Court. Nandun kami ng alas 3 para magsampa ng case laban kay Chairman George Garcia. Huwag na natin pangalanan yung taong ito, pero kilala nyo na kung sino itong tao na ito. Nangihingi ng 300 million pesos pala sa isang...
Nako! Nako! Sino yan? Hindi pinasumpa nyo.
Ang congressman noon para ipanalo yung congressman na iyon noong makalipas na eleksyon na 2025. Kasi ang nangyari daw, itong taong ito na makapangyarihan sa COMELEC, tinanong niya yung tumatakbong congressman, ilan ba ang botante nyo sa inyong distrito? Sabi, 300,000. At sabi niya, kailangan mo ng 300 million dyan. So, ibig sabihin, sir, nangihi ka ng 300 million para maipanalo yung tao? Kung kukumpitin mo 1,000 kada botante, mas tipid pa pala na magbayad sa COMELEC dahil kada boto ay 1,000 lang. Eh magkano ba ang bilihan ng boto sa probinsya? Tig pa 5,000, tig 3,000, kung minsan umaabot pa ng 10,000, kailangan mong mag-invest ng 300 million pesos. Hindi po yan chismis lamang dahil kasama po yan sa petition na ipa-file namin.
Hindi chismis yan. Ako naniniwala ako na hindi mahilig sa Marites itong si Attorney Harold Respicio. Di yan mahilig sa Marites. Yan yung mga iganga, yan yung mga talagang nangyari nung nagdaang eleksyon. Totoo ho yan mga kababayan. Malawakan ang naging dayaan nung nakalipas na eleksyon. Malawakan ho mga kababayan.
Bukas doon sa Supreme Court, magkakaroon po kayo ng kopya. Mababasa nyo po mismo yung detalye dahil halos nalaglag sa upuan yung kandidatong iyon nung sinabihan siya na kailangan niya ng 300 million pesos para makakuha ng boto para sa 300,000 na botante sa kanyang distrito. Sir, kung sino ka man, buong Pilipinas, kilala ka, kung sino ka, hindi kita kailangang pangalanan, alam na natin lahat, nangihingi ka pala ng 300 million pesos. Akala mo kung nagsalita ka, akala mo ang banal-banal mo. Isa ka palang kurap. Nakausap itong
Kurap! Banal-banalan pero kurap. Maraming ganyan. Yung apelido pa nila mga ano pa akala mo talagang di makabasag pinggan, di ba? 300 million is 300 million, higa nga. Di ba? Lalo na kung incumbent yan. Tapos naambunan doon sa mga ayuda scheme nitong si Tamba o pumirma doon sa impeachment ni VP Sara. Imagine, 150 million. Tapos yung ayuda scheme nitong si Tamba, kada pumupunta ka, 777, di ba? Kung ikaw ang, kung sa'yo yon yung distrito mo, sa sorti mo yun, magsosorti ka sa distrito mo, 150 million. Eh di isang sorti at isang pirma lang ng impeachment, ay pambayad ka na sa makapangyarihang nila lang na yan, dyan sa COMELEC. May 300 million ka na, anak na to. Sino kaya yung congressman na yan? Ang dami ho niyang pera. Pero sa tingin ko, hindi siya nagbayad. Kasi kung nagbayad siya, panalo siya at hindi siya magpupunta sa COMELEC ngayon.
Pangyarihang taong ito doon sa COMELEC. At yung taong yun sa COMELEC ay tinanong kung ilan ang botante niya sa kanyang distrito at sinabi niya 300,000 po. At sinabi ng taong makapangyarihan na to, kailangan mo ng 300 million pesos para dyan. Wow! Hindi ba yon implicit na panghingi ng 300 million pesos na bribe? Hindi ba iyon implicit na pagbili ng boto na 1,000 pesos kada botante? Mas tipid pa kaysa sa actual vote buying. Kaya pala, kung titignan natin yung mga circumstances, sinasabi nila na yung mga nanalong mga kandidato na may suspetsya silang nanloko ay hindi na nag-effort na mangampanya at hindi na rin nag-effort na bumili ng boto dahil mas mahal bumili ng boto on the ground kaysa magbayad dito sa corrupt na opisyal na ito na ating gobyerno na ang presyo lamang ay 1,000 kada vote. Dapat siyang mapakulong ng napakahabang panahon.
You are mentioning kanina si Comrade Chairman George Garcia.
Hindi ko sinasabi na siya yung tao na yun. Pero taong bayan, alam nyo na kung sino yung tao na yun. Hindi ko sinasabi.
Ito naman siya, no? Pa-suspense ka pa pero masaya ako nakasama ka namin dito sa laban na to kasi yung naging kilala na siya, di ba? Kumbaga naging pagka nakita nila pagmumukha nitong si Attorney Harold Respicio, yan si Attorney Harold. Yan yung panahon ng kampanya. Nakikipagbardago lang kay George Garcia. Ayos yan. Saludo, sir, ha? Saludo. Masaya kami, nakasama ka pa rin namin dito sa laban na to na magkaroon ng totoong reforma kung paano bumoto ang ating mga kababayan sa mga susunod na eleksyon.
Sabi na si Chairman George Garcia yun at hindi ko rin itinatanggi na siya iyon.
Pero bukas malalaman ako.
Malalaman niyo po dahil magkakaroon po kayo ng kopya ng petisyon at yan po ay part ng mga alegasyon ng magsasampa ng kaso bukas ng petitioner. Itong taong ito na makapangyarihan.
Ayun na mga kababayan, matindi ho yan, no? Kasi it's about time, hindi nga. Ano na ho yan, kumbaga, na yan, kailangan na ho natin yung pag-usapan ngayon. Matindi-tinding korupsyon ho ang nangyari noong nagdaang eleksyon. Kaya yung COMELEC na yan, nako, hindi ho niyan binabantayan ang inyong mga boto. Pinagkakakitaan ho ng COMELEC na yan. Maniwala ho kayo siya hindi. Pinagkakakitaan ho ng COMELEC ang boto na sambayan ng Pilipino. Mag-aalok ka ng 300 million yan. Hindi mo na kailangan ng hacker, hindi mo na kailangan ng IT expert. Meron pa ba mas expert kay sa COMELEC? Di ba? Wala na mas expert pa dyan. Dito sa bahagi ng video natin na to, punta naman ho tayo dito sa mga mga naduwag nung nakita ho nila yung listahan ng mga abogado nitong si VP Sara. Itong mga prosecutor nitong si Tamba dyan sa impeachment nitong si Vice President Sara Duterte.
And congratulations to your win, or your victory. Okay, last I checked, the House chose not to receive the articles of impeachment from the Senate. Can you tell me what is the status now? Has it been received? Tinanggap niyo na ho ba? Congresswoman
the
Bell.
official answer would be we deferred the acceptance of the articles because we wanted to clarify some matters pertaining to the directives of the Senate Impeachment Court.
Sa pagsabihin po natin sa Tagalog, paano ho yun? Hindi nyo pa tinatanggap?
Pinagpapaliban.
Pinagpapaliban nyo pa po
Yung pagtanggap.
ang pagtanggap. Pending, no? Dahil gusto nyo ng
Malinawagan.
sa ibinigay ng mga instructions ng Senado. All right. So, deferred acceptance. You're supposed to file a motion for clarification, di ho ba?
We will file pleadings in the coming days, whether it's motion or manifestation. But definitely we will file.
Okay.
But for now, we are awaiting the answer from the summons, from the writ of summons given to the Vice President. She has 10 days, non-extendable period of 10 days to file her answer, and we have 5 days, non-extendable period of 5 days to submit our reply.
Congressman Joel, does that include weekends, yung 10 days?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think June 11 ang umpisan, di
Yes,
ba?
from the date of receipt of the summons.
Okay, so from the date of receipt, let's assume that's June 11 to the office of the Vice President, or maybe June 12, maybe a day after. So that's 10 days. Lagay po natin sa 22.
So 22 is Sunday, I think. So 23 naman.
Okay. So supposed to be by Monday, dapat may sagot na po sa summons yung
Yes.
office ni Vice
Yes.
President. And then, yung kanilang sagot ho ba, ifo-forward sa inyo? Tama ho ba yun?
We will be furnished a copy, like in
Yes.
any other case. All parties will be furnished
Copy
copies
furnish. Copy
of the
furnish.
answer.
And then you have 5 days upon receipt
yes.
Yes.
of the response of the Vice President.
Yes.
To,
Make a reply. Well, it is our option. So, if we want to make a reply, or siguro, pwedeng hindi na.
ano ho yung nilalaman nitong summons? What are we expecting to be part of the summons?
The summons would be a directive to the accused or the impeached official to answer the charges in the articles of impeachment. So she has 10 days to answer, while we have 5 days within which to file a reply. And for our part, the reply is an answer to any issues that she may raise in her answer.
And 5 araw lang pong ibinibigay sa inyo para sagutin yung sagot ng Office of the Vice President.
Yes.
Okay. And then let's go back to my previous question. You were saying a while ago that you will wait for the summons first, for the reply rather of the summons from the Vice President to be copy furnished to the House Prosecution Panel. And then, is that the time thereafter that you plan to submit this pleading, whether it be a motion or manifestation for clarification?
Well, we're discussing that with the rest of the prosecutors.
Hindi pa sigurado yon.
Lahat kasi siyempre, we try to be very careful. Diba? So, we are discussing every moves na gagawin namin. So, let's see.
So to be clear, kahit na po sinasabi ninyo na you want clarification, hindi pa po kayo talaga nakapagdedesisyon kung kayo po ay magpa-file ng pleading regarding this clarification.
Yes.
Well, wala naman po kasing sinubmit na period or deadline eh. So, at least mapag-aralan muna namin na maayos what are the options, mga possible options namin, and what are the possible pleadings na tingin namin na mas maganda.
I know you said that you're being quite careful about this. And maybe before I go to that question that I was thinking of asking you, why are you being careful?
Well, first, it's because we know that the remand or the return of the articles and the directives to comply with the Senate impeachment court aren't found in any law. They're not in the Constitution. They're not in the Senate impeachment court rules. That's why it's actually a little difficult for the prosecutors to comply right away, because we might be saying that what they did was correct, even if these aren't...
By responding.
Even if these aren't found in the Constitution and in the Senate rules. So we have to be very careful.
Understandable, because there will be experts who will say that wala po talagang return to sender sa
Correct.
Article 11 of the 1987
Yes.
Constitution. However, there's also a framer of the Constitution, Justice Ascuna, who actually said there was nothing really wrong with that. My co-anchor, Willard Cheng, was able to interview him. Let's play a portion of that interview if we have it, or if not, I'm going to read it. Do we have that? Okay, I'll just read it first. He says it's novel and allowable act under the Constitution. The certifications asked for will ensure the continuation of the trial in the 20th Congress. That's one train of thought.
Yes.
Meron din po yung isa na sinasabing wala po nahanap na ganito sa 1987 Article 11 of the Constitution.
Exactly.
Let's name them, the former Chief Justice
A lot of them
Renato
said
Puno,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
and some other law.
Huwag ka sumabay. Ito talagang parang ikaw yung kapatid mo eh. Kaya natalo yang si Zamora, yung si Pami Zamora, dyan sa pasabat-sabat niya na yan eh. Nagsasalita yang si Ma'am Pinky Web. Huwag ka sumabat. Pakinggan muna natin sinasabi ng... Pag tinanong ka, sumagot ka. Yan.
Lawyers, no? Binabangga ko lang, not in a bad way, siguro
Yes.
yung dalawang justices ng Supreme Court. So, how do you move forward with something like this? Siyempre, iba-ibang abogado, iba-iba po yung interpretasyon.
And that's why we're trying to be careful. Because if you will read the content of the Constitution, it provides that trial shall proceed forthwith. So when you say proceed, means to move forward, not backward. Diba? So, but of course, we do not want to be misinterpreted by the impeachment court in such a way that we do not want them to, baka mamaya isipin nila, we're trying to defy their orders, diba? Their orders. So, we're just trying to weigh all our options.
But it's been how many days? Maybe, has it been like 4, 5, 6 days since
Yes,
that order?
since when?
Your non-reply, would that be tantamount to the Senate impeachment court thinking that you are defying their order?
Wala namang deadline sinabit eh.
Yes. We always say that we're not defying. We're in fact following the provisions of the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution. And to some who allege that we're the ones who are delaying the proceedings, well, we've been saying that since February, we've been preparing for trial. We've been practicing, preparing pleadings weekly. We've been studying for it.
Halatang sila talagang pinag-ahandaan nila yung mga makakasagupa nila diyan sa impeachment na yan, mga kababayan. Hindi bigatin naman kasi. Mabibigat yung mga abogado. Yan mismo umamin na yang si Zamora na talagang todo-todo ang paghahanda nila para sagupain yung defense. Hindi sila nga dapat ay yung tipong sila bibira dyan, si prosecutor sila eh. O ito sagutin nyo, ito si VP Sara hindi depensa. Pero sa tingin ko yung mga nasa defense panel nito ay napachill-chill lang sila. Diba? Kasi alam nila lahat ng ibabato nitong si Zamora wala akong kwenta.
So there's it's quite unfair to accuse us of delay in this scenario where we're asked to submit documents which are not even required by the Constitution or the Senate rules.
And for many instances, I've actually interviewed you both, Congressman Joel here in the studio, and you have always been saying that if you had it your way, the trial should have proceeded back.
We have been consistent with our statement.
Pag-usapan po natin yung hinihingi ng impeachment court. Dalawa po yun. Certification number 1, that you did not violate the one-year
Yes.
ban, the one-year rule on impeachable officers. No? And the second one is that basically, for easier understanding, that the 20th Congress will pursue what the
Yes.
19th Congress did. Let's go to the first one. Why is there a need to certify that you did not violate the one ban rule? Because if you violated that, why would you even pass that fourth impeachment complaint?
Exactly. The mere fact that we transmitted the articles of impeachment to the Senate is a certification in itself that we complied with the rules of the House, with the rules of the Senate, the Constitution. The House of Representatives wouldn't break the law, wouldn't disregard the provisions of the Constitution just to file the articles of impeachment. We have 215 congressmen who signed that, and we would like...
Naku, ba't Yung tipong sold na sold sila doon sa 150 congressman. Eh di umano nagkabayaran daw ng tag 150 million, madam. Huwag niyo na ho, nakakahiya lang ho. Inamin na mismo nitong si congressman, yung campaign manager ng alyansa. Di ba, inamin na niya na meron talagang binigay na pabor doon sa mga pumirma. Nagkaroon ng bayaran ho ng pagpirma niya. Kaya huwag niyo huwag kayo masyadong proud. 250 congressman na pumirma. Kabalbalan talaga nito.
I to believe that everyone understood what their signatures meant.
215 plus 20. Meron pa pong 20 na humabol. Hindi ba?
Nadagdag, yes.
More than one-third of what is required.
Definitely more
But
than one.
maybe if they're saying that you did not violate it, I guess my question is, would you actually say that you violated it? I think it's asking the wrong, my 2 cents is, it's
Correct.
asking the wrong people.
Exactly.
You're asking the
Yes.
people who forwarded this impeachment complaint to the Senate to tell them that you did the right thing. Why would you say that you didn't do the right thing? Why would you say that
Exactly.
what you did was illegal? I guess that's just my question. Would you know?
That's her question as well.
Okay.
That's why at first, initially, we wanted to file clarificatory questions, but of course, we are trying to study all the possible legal repercussion of the motions or manifestations that we're going to file.
But what's to clarify about that? Yun po yung tanong ko. I'm really trying to understand the situation.
What's next?
If you do that.
Yes. Because we're supposed to, we were invited upon the order of the Senate President last June 2. And then it was moved to June 11. And then this motion or this resolution happened. So we're just a little bit confused. Ano na namang susunod?
You didn't see this coming, did you? Kasi yung mga
Well,
options sa tinitingnan, pwedeng i-dismiss, sinabing wala nang, di ba? Hindi naisip. Did you guys really honestly think that there would be a motion to return the articles of impeachment to the House?
Because what is stated in the Constitution is to proceed with the trial.
We would like to believe that the senator judges were following the law, the Constitution. So that's where our confusion comes
Lies.
from. Yes.
There was an interview, I think it was with the Senate President, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, pasensya na kayo kasi ang dami din talagang interviews, no? And it was actually talking about the problem in the House, wherein obviously there were 3 previous
Yes.
impeachment complaints. Again, balikan po natin. One, December 2. The next one, December 4. The third one, December 19. That you did not act on. You acted on the fourth
The fourth.
impeachment complaint, which was filed February 5, or roughly 2 months
Yes.
after the first impeachment complaint. So could that be the reason for the certification that you did not violate the 1-year ban? Because apparently it says in the House rules that the impeachment complaint should be immediately forwarded to the Speaker of the House and calendar.
Actually, Ms. Pinky, it's good that we can explain what happened in the House.
Ayan,
And, well,
paliwanag mo, madam.
first, I can assure you that it was above board. Everything was above board. So, the first impeachment complaint was filed on December 2. And under the Constitution, we have 10 session days within which to include it in the order of business. So all of the first 3 impeachment complaints were included in the order of business on February 5, which is the 10th session day.
Even yung December 2, yung 10th session day niya was Feb 5?
Yes. So we are counting session days and
Yes,
not
yes.
Because
calendar
December
days.
3
Yes.
is session number 27. And December 5 and February 5 is session number 37. At 36? 36 ba?
I don't quite get that, but basically what you're telling me, pasok po yung 10,
Pasok siya.
Yes, pasok siya sa 10 session
yung
days.
February 5?
Yes.
10
Yung
session.
2 months
We're
after?
talking about session
Opo, I
days.
understand that.
Yes.
Oh, kasi marami ho kayong break, etc.
Yes.
Hindi ho ba?
There are periods or
And
there are
sorry, yung
days.
session days niya is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
There are some days when, because of what's calendared in the order of business, they have to merely suspend and not adjourn sessions. So, 10th session day yung February 5.